You know, it's funny, Eve, because like putting the hi YouTube at the very beginning of the stream, still makes sense since the raw VODs get put onto the YouTube VOD channel, and I'm like, all right, yeah, all right. Hello, Eve. Welcome in, Fee. Hello. Oh yeah, I meant to check something. I still have time. How's your days been? Today has been a little rough because I stayed up a little too late last night, so I was a little sleepy throughout the day. Taking a couple small little itty bitty little cat naps here and there just to try and like, you know. But otherwise the day's been fine. Tomorrow's Friday, that's super cool. I get to work from home tomorrow, that's super cool. I take no blame for you staying up. You shouldn't, Eve. It is not your fault. Just because you were there doesn't mean I blame you for it. But otherwise, the day's good. Things are good. Working on a content plan for the next, like, at least 2 weeks. Yeah. Greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwan, and welcome to the stream. Today is Thursday, July 21st, 2022. Oh, boy. What is on the docket today? Well, first, we're going to say thank you to somebody that followed while I was offline. Thank you to Whoopie TV. Whoopie? Well, I think it's Whoopie TV for the follow while we were gone. I appreciate that a lot. Getting us closer to that next follower goal. We're 7 away. And I haven't even fulfilled the incentive for the last follower stream because time is crazy like that. Hang on. I really like these headphones, but occasionally the right earmuff buzzes just a little bit. Makes me sad. Because, like, I got essentially the exact same headphones, just older right here, but the ear pads aren't actually as comfy. I could probably swap them out, but I just don't want to. And like, if it only does it when I talk, so it must be just the right frequency of the vibration in my right ear. It doesn't do it with games or anything. It is only when I'm talking into the microphone, and I'm gonna say it's because I got a lower voice, so it's like just a little low, and it's not even like a really loud buzz. It's just and I'm just enough for me to notice it. I'm like, but if I just tap the ear muff, it fixes itself. So until it doesn't fix itself, we'll just, you know, make it look like it's a smart headset where you're just like, oh yeah, play the music, stop it, louder, oh yeah, you know, touch controls. Anyway, what's the plan for today? We're gonna do 3 reactions today. In fact, we're gonna be doing I did the math today, was looking at the calendar. So today, we are hoping to finish Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Tomorrow will be Power Couple with Athena, and we'll be playing more AI, the Somnium Files Nirvana initiative. On Sunday will be whatever game wins the full playthrough vote. It is currently looking like it's going to be Parasite Eve, and then we will have 3 or 4 streams before it is time for me to take a short hiatus to go spend some time with some family. Now, that said, one of the things I wanted to do was try to record reactions to have reactions posted on the YouTube the entire time I was gone. And I was like, that's a lot though. When would I do that? And I looked at the calendar and I was like, I could probably record some extra ones on like next Sunday. Like just have that be like the thing that we do next Sunday. Just like a longer stream where we're just checking out a whole bunch of the game trailers that we've missed and stuff. It would suck because I'd only have a few days to edit all of them and get them posted and scheduled and all that. But I would literally have to do like 16 of them in one stream. And I'm like, well, that's the stream. That'd be the whole thing. We just sitting here checking stuff out for like 7 hours. Why is it so long? Because my ass doesn't know how to shut up. Yeah, it'll probably happen. It'll probably happen. But, oh boy, is that's a venture and a half. And you can do 2 every half hour at best, usually. At best. That's if we're doing good, and if it's not too long. That stream is gonna be like 9 hours, because fuck me. Like I said, I'm not good at shutting up. I like to talk, and I talk a lot. And then it's like, oh, you got something to talk about? And I'm like, oh, yay! I get to yak a bunch about games. Yeah, so, and... And yeah, that's probably what we'll be looking at, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday. And then for those couple of extra streams in between, I don't know, because I don't want to start up Metal Gear until after we get back. So we'll figure some stuff out. I haven't figured out what we'll be playing on those days, but at the very least, I got an idea of how many reactions I need to do on the days leading up to things. And it's also good because, like, the reaction links channel in Discord is, like, backed up. It's backed up super far. Because I was on vacation during Summer Games Fest, the not E3, and so, like, everything that was announced and shown off during all of those, I didn't watch any of it. And then I intentionally didn't watch any of it so that we could do reactions to it. So there's so much still in there. So even if we knock out, like, 16 of them in a day, it ain't gonna be empty. So what have you learned? Never vacation on Game Fest. I'll do what I want. It wouldn't have helped that much. It would have helped like this much, right? Like, because there was so much. And unless I did we'll just react to the entire Summer Games Fest showcase thing, which I like don't entirely enjoy doing, because you don't get to spend a lot of time talking about specific releases. Because there's some that you're just like, oh god, I don't care about FIFA 2023. Skip, right? But it's like, oh, they announced, fuck, whatever, right? They had a 3-minute trailer for Final Fantasy 16. I would love to talk about this for 15 minutes, but no, we've already moved on to the next thing. And I'm like, I haven't moved on yet. So, there's pros and cons to it. But, let's get Stream Raiders fired up first. There is a new event starting today, Swords and Sweetery, which is really cute. It is definitely like Candyland themed, which I'm fine with. It's very cute. Oh, that is not what I didn't want to pop up, bro. Calm down. Jeez, this is what I wanted. So you earn cupcakes. We can get a gummy bear war beast, you know? Yeah. If you watch it on YouTube, you can pause it live, though, and pick it up from there. Yeah, you could. You absolutely could. And that would absolutely be an option. The other thing, though, that is nice, at least with how I want to do my videos, is the ability to do this. Like, to have the freaking title card and shit, like, already ready. And it just, I feel like it makes for a better presentation overall. It makes me like the content that I'm making more, which I feel is very important. You should like what you make, because then it'll be better. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll do better. It doesn't mean that it is for everybody, but it does make for better content of whatever it is that you're making. So yeah, we're gonna jump into Swords and Sweetery. Got some really epic music for jumping into. Look at the size of the lad. Oh my goodness. A giant, an evil gluttonous giant. Epic. Giant swings, attacks in a wide area. You're telling me he's got 2,400 hit points. My dude. And what are these? These are bombers. No. Yes. Yes. Crazy. No, they're tanks. I don't know. What are you, a melee? You're a melee. Man, what a chonker. What an absolute chonker. What are you? Oh, you're a villager. A loyal villager of the Candy Court. Hands out candy to help you. Oh, sick. Okay. So that's just a reskinned version of the Halloween people. Perfectly fine. Alright. Place your units, everybody. Seriously, look at the size of this freaking unit. Oh my god. He's almost as big as the Portals healer when they're epicked out. if people get the reference. All right. Now, into the reaction stuff. So we are going to be doing 3 today. We're going to be checking out the official overview trailer for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. We're going to be checking out the closed beta announcement trailer for Marauders and the DLC trailer for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. Before we get started, I'm just going to play a little bit of this one. This is the final preview. It's an IGN video, and I believe they talk in it, so I just got to quality check it before we start. It was the thing that during the countdown intro, I was like, oh shit, I need to go check on that.
In Xenoblade, these awesome combat overhauls are a welcome change.
Okay, that sounds fine. Okay, cool. We can use that too. All right. Now, what are we doing? I'll play the music during this. So we're going to be doing reactions. We do these at the beginning of most of the streams, mostly except for Friday. We won't be doing them this Sunday during the Parasite Eve stream. We'll just jump straight into Parasite Eve. What are we doing? So we're checking out game trailers. We're going to react to them and talk about them. We do these live on stream because they make for a more interactive and dynamic experience, both for myself as the content creator, something for us to do together as community, and having multiple points of view or opinions or things that people notice makes for a more dynamic conversation that can make it more enjoyable for people to watch later on YouTube. The way that these work is I will read an intro, we will check out the trailer, we'll talk about what we saw, and then when it feels like the conversation is starting to come to an end or it's just time to go, I'll read an outro, then we'll make faces. Face gets used for a thumbnail, rinse and repeat, and then after that we'll get into Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. All right. Make sure we got decent audio. That's a good spot. All right, here we go. Remember, everybody, you can drop those high YouTube swans. You do need to be a subscriber, or you need to unlock them for 100 channel points. You can use the channel points to unlock the animated emotes, right? I've never actually tried. Choose an emote to unlock. Open emote picker. Yes, you can. Okay. I had to check. You absolutely can. You can even unlock, like, the tier 3 emotes and stuff, so that's cool. How do I get rid of this? Go away. Oh, no. Oh, no. What just happened? How do I make this go away? It's covering my chat. Hold on. There we go. I got rid of it. Okay. All right, here we go. Hello, Cerulean. Welcome in. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the official overview trailer of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I recently put out a video that was over an hour long that was just going over a whole bunch of stuff about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And it was a really good time, and I just wanted to do a quick shout out to the Xenoblade community because that video is one of my most viewed videos on my channel, and it had a ton of comments, all of which were extremely positive. And I just wanted to thank the Xenoblade community for being as really awesome as you are, because when you do this, especially what I'm doing, where I'm checking out a lot of different games in a lot of different genres, I've ran into some really toxic people that are like, I can't believe that he reacted to the video when he's not played every single thing and read the books. What a scrub. And I'm like, but that's the point of the trailer, is to see if we like it. Anyway, I liked what I saw, but there were so many questions that were posed during that Nintendo Direct that was focused solely on Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I hadn't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at that point. I am playing it now. I'm only like 25% of the way through it. The game's really long. I'm not going to finish it before Xenoblade Chronicles 3 comes out. That said, I already ordered Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because the games are related, but they're not direct sequels of one another. Like, playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so far there is almost nothing that I've ran into that has next to anything to do with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 outside of some overarching world stuff and like the races that are there. But there's new races in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so regardless of all of that, let's see what this official overview trailer has for us, because having now played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I know what I want out of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, specifically looking at the gameplay. But we'll see what they talk about, and we can get more into that after the trailer.
What is it they need to stay alive? Water? Food? Certainly. But what we need most is life itself.
What do you all think you're doing?
I'd
Why
love
the
some more
fighting?
pixels.
What do you think it's like for us? Losing friend after friend.
The face of your real enemy is...
Ouroboros abhor this world.
Their existence must be erased without a trace.
What kind of racing is it in Xenoblade? Damn it, Eve. God damn it.
This is the world of Ionios. The nations of Keves and Agnes and their grisly conflict stand in contrast to its natural splendor. The people of this world live short lifespans of just 10 years. From the moment they're born, fighting is all the people of Ionios learn. The story of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 focuses on 6 soldiers, 3 from Keves and 3 from Agnes.
With their
When they
powers
come face to
combined.
face during a special mission, both parties draw their weapons, but after encountering a mysterious figure, they resolve to work together.
Because now, kids, you share a common destiny. They'll hunt you constantly, relentlessly, without rest. There's one place that might give you a chance. Sword March. Our city.
Surviving in Ionius.
Ionios is host to various landscapes, all filled with surreal geography to explore and
Monolith
diverse
Soft is
wildlife to encounter.
unmatched when it comes to making beautiful landscapes
Draw
that
your
are
weapon when
available on the
encountering an
Switch.
enemy to seamlessly enter battle. Make your approach to attack automatically. Then harness powerful abilities called arts to strive for victory. Arts have a variety of effects. Some can throw opponents off balance, inflict more damage based on where you attack from.
Hold on.
Inflict more damage. Some can throw opponents off balance. Inflict more damage based
come
on
back.
where you attack from. Or heal allies, to name a few. String together arts to activate a combo and gain an advantage. Get the enemy off balance, knock them to the ground, launch them into the air, then smash them down. Stringing together successful combos is quite
Launch is still
satisfying.
hilarious to me. Will never not be funny looking.
What is that thing?
You've got a real death wish. It's not over yet!
I felt her thoughts. There were so many, and then they were a part of me.
By joining together in battle through interlinking, 2 characters in your party can fuse into a fiercely
They still look
powerful
like
form
Evangelions to
known
me.
as an Ouroboros. While interlinking, unleash mighty Ouroboros arts without limits. Use soul points earned in battle to make the Ouroboros even stronger.
I'm not gonna finish Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I won't finish XE2, unfortunately. I
Each
want
character
to.
in your party has a class that influences how they battle. Each character takes on a specific role during battles. Attackers excel at damaging enemies. Defenders block enemy attacks and draw their aggro. And healers can restore health points to keep you in fighting shape.
And yes, Cerulean, he does remind me
Each
of
character
a
playing their
particular
role
character in
effectively is a key
XE2.
point
I don't
to
think he's
battling.
him, though.
Your class
could
can also
be.
be changed to match that of your allies. And that's not all.
He'd have to be like a younger one.
Doing the same as everyone around you, it's always the same outcome. It's just that, as a mechanic, you can't start getting moody just because something's broken.
Brave residents of Ionis called heroes can lend their arms and aptitude to your team as a 7th party member. Only one hero at a time can assist on the battlefield, but you can swap them out.
Do they got somebody blurred out right here? We don't want you to know who this is. They've blurred out a character in the trailer. They're like, this is clearly going to be somebody that we know in some way. This hero is probably either from XC1 or XC2, or it's going to be like a reference from an outside game, like kind of like how Cosmos and was a Blade in XC2. So there's very definitely a reference here that they're keeping hidden, and I appreciate it, but it's hilarious.
Out as you see fit. Heroes also have their own unique classes. By befriending these allies, your party members can take on these classes too. Recruit more heroes from—
Did you blur him out here? Oh my god. Oh no, this is not. No, I don't. Nah, dang.
a growing combination of classes and arts for your party.
Spoilers? Yeah, no kidding.
Ionios is host to a variety
He
of
does look
terrains
similar, and you're right,
climates.
Fee. They got a lot of characters that are
Once you start to
similar
explore,
to
you'll
previous
encounter
ones.
creatures
They
that
could be
make no
related in
secret of their
some way.
ferocious tendencies,
We do
as
know
well
for a
as hidden
fact that an
areas to
XC1
discover and
character
more.
is in this.
Harsh yet beautiful landscapes await you. Colonies serve as the base camp for both nations.
Like, we know with absolute certainty that there is one Xenoblade Chronicles 1 character that is in this game.
At rest spots found in colonies and throughout the world, you can cook using collected materials. Craft gems to strengthen your abilities.
Looks good to me. I think we'll find this
And
useful.
discuss information you've heard from residents to take on new quests.
Faye, is that a Xenogears character real?
Explore every corner of these fields
Because
as you
it
seek out new
could be a
encounters.
Xenogears character.
Breathtaking scenery,
The main character is Xenogears? Okay.
valuable items, and ferocious monsters. Enjoy the world and fulfill your wanderlust at your own pace.
Still is going to be the most impressive game on the Switch in terms of scale and scope.
We were sworn enemies once, and yet we all share the will to live in the now.
Not now we seem to be sharing a common destiny, we happy few.
These soldiers will nourish me, and we can always grow plenty more.
You guys really make my sparks fly.
Get back to killing each other! Come on! I thought that was your whole raison d'etre.
These are our lives here. They're not some toys you can just play with.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Okay. Hold on, there's more here.
Broaden the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 with a paid expansion pass. Additional content will be released over time.
So one thing I'll comment real quick is about the expansion pass. The expansion pass is actually something that I'm looking forward to, because if it's anywhere close to what Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had as an expansion pass, they released the expansion pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as its own independent release because of how much was in it. This is Torna the Golden Country. It's a 500-year prequel to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it was part of the expansion pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it's like 40 hours long, is that brand new story scenario that you see here at the bottom. And the sheer amount of stuff that they give you in all of those other points that they're talking about, the number of like extra quest, bonus characters, side quests for characters, it's really immense how much stuff they're giving you in that expansion pass. I don't know if this is going to be the same scale and scope, but just looking at this, it looks like it's going to be in terms of what we're seeing here. New hero characters, new quests, new challenge battles, and a brand new story scenario. I'm looking forward to this more than I've ever looking forward to a DLC in a game, especially for one that's been pre-announced, because I'm normally heavily against that. But with just how immense this is, if this is close to what this is, or on par or greater than, this is worth well over $30, because this is incredible, seriously. But anyway, that aside, see if there's anything else in here.
Animo!
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is compatible with amiibo figures. Tap any amiibo to acquire helpful in-game items for your adventure. Tap the Shulk amiibo to change a character's sword to appear as the Monado when using Noah's Swordfighter class.
Okay, we'll pause that right there for a second. So, yeah, I normally I'd be like, oh, you sons of bitches, you're announcing the season pass before the game is even out. It seems to be very, very different with Xenoblade. I wouldn't be surprised if someone says Xenogears makes a more modernized debut. The only reason that I might question if a Xenogears character could show up is because of rights and ownership issues. That game's really old. I don't know where the rights to Xenogears sits right now. If I remember correctly, it should take place after Xenogears. They never abandoned that timeline. Licenses be damned. The way the Xeno timeline works is that they're all technically very loosely interconnected. They're like the same universe, although they don't take place necessarily like after one another or even on the same planet. It is the same, like I said, universe, which is why like Cosmos showed up in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and it was not just a call out and a reference. It was like another small little piece that tied everything together. Helpful items, that one sticks out to me though, but that's basic in JRPGs. Right, it's not very different than what you see in a lot of Tales games. The stuff that they give you in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the DLC, it's like some extra potions and some extra like little this and that. It's nothing that's like genuinely game breaking. They give you a little bit of extra money, but not enough money that you no longer have to worry about money. Because I've definitely seen JRPGs do that. Like Tales of Arise did that. They gave us almost enough money that you just didn't need to care about money for the rest of the game. I did not have that experience with how far I've gotten, at least currently in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And one of the other cool things, at least with my playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 right now, is that I activated all the DLC, got like some items, and you get like a couple of extra blades and stuff like that. And the blades are fully developed characters with personalities, and they have their own quests and stuff like that, which is cool. But it also added extra quests at multiple points throughout the world. And I've already gotten some of those, even though I'm only in my first like 25 hours of the game. So, played about 15 minutes of Torna. I haven't played it at all yet. I know how big it is, and I'm like, damn it, I'm not going to get to that either. Oh my God. Incoming price spike and Shulk amiibo, you don't look at it. It's probably already there. So, here you go, 5,000 stat increase to no, thankfully not. Thankfully, I don't think that'll be the case. Okay, we do have another video here for Xenoblade Chronicles we're going to check out. It's an IGN video, which I'm always nervous about because sometimes IGN videos are crap, especially when they're like hands-on previews and stuff. I checked this one out before we started. It's the final preview, and it's fairly short, and the quality is decent, so we'll check this out too.
Fighting in order to live.
Because they've actually gotten to play it.
And living to fight. That's the way of our world. Ionios.
If you're planning on spending over 100 hours in the next chapter of Monolith Soft's epic JRPG Xenoblade Chronicles 3, then you might understandably have your fingers crossed that the combat system sitting at the core of that adventure can go the distance.
This is what
Having spent the past couple of weeks submerged in that incredibly complex battle system, I can confidently say that so far it is not disappointed.
Okay.
Using all the best parts of combat from previous games, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 adds layer upon layer of customizability, class options, and crazy transformation mechanics that turns two characters into a purple demon creature that rides a wicked surfboard. Although the stories, characters, and wonderfully bizarre worlds have always been the main attraction in Xenoblade, these awesome combat overhauls are a welcome change in a journey that demands so much time.
What's wrong? What is it?
Are you going to talk more about combat?
No, how could I have?
No Xenoblade game is complete without the tactical combat system that had me controlling a squad of characters swinging weapons bigger than their bodies. Like previous entries, I needed to master various combat arts, perform deadly and satisfying chain attacks, and trigger super abilities that let me smack around bad guys with extreme prejudice. But while it retains most of the tried and true formula that defined it, it also adds a ton of new stuff to get excited about, especially a new system that allows characters to take on one another's character classes and master their skill sets. Once mastered, I could choose to retain certain skills from that class while switching to another one, allowing me to take the best parts from each class and create a custom cocktail of my favorite abilities rolled up into one build. Plus, I could make them wear the clothes of any class I'd mastered so far, which is a great touch. There's also a new feature called the Interlink system, which allows two characters to utilize their unique bond to enter their Ouroboros form, a merging of the two characters into a giant purple creature for a short period of time that's completely unstoppable. Learning the perfect time to trigger this form became vital to my success, not only because I could deal a lot of damage, but also because it doubled as an opportunity to save the two characters in question from their imminent death.
Well, you sure catch on quick.
Also, one of these Ouroboros monsters literally attacks with his hair, so what's not to love? That's not all
Bayonetta?
Xenoblade 3's combat system evolves either. Now there's an expanded party of 6 playable characters that can be directly controlled at will, a 7th heroic party member who helps out in the fight, and much more. There's so much happening on screen at any given time that it took me several hours just to get my feet under me. In fact, if there's any cause for concern, it's not that combat might become dull after dozens of hours, but that it's so complicated you might drown in it. I'll admit that at certain times, I entirely forgot about a mechanic or two before being reminded of it at a later time, much to my dismay. There's just so much to keep track of. Luckily, a game this enormous gives you ample time to learn and juggle everything it throws at you, though it certainly may take some time. Having had quite a bit of time to immerse myself in this incredibly complex sandbox of customizable classes, crazy attack combos, and over-the-top monster transformations, I've still not found myself at all bored by, or at even times comfortable with, all it has to offer. And that's great news for those like myself who like a nuanced battle system that's perfect for getting lost in for hours on end. For more, check out our previews of Steel Rising and A Plague Tale Requiem, and keep an eye out soon for our full review of Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Okay, so their video did help a little bit, because having played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 Definitive Edition and going into Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there were pros and cons to the combat system. The biggest of which, in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, the same one thing that is the same across both games is that there is no attack button. You don't mash a button to attack. You don't have to choose an option to have your characters auto attack. They just do it, which is fine. That's great. However, in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, your character auto attacked as long as they were close enough. You could be running around the enemy and your character would auto-attack while they're running, which was great because there is positional importance that exists within Xenoblade Chronicles combat. There are attacks that want you to be behind the enemy, there are attacks that want you to be beside the enemy, and so you could still be attacking while repositioning to be able to use that ability to get extra damage or its effect or whatever you wanted out of it. Going into Xenoblade Chronicles 2, your character doesn't auto-attack while moving, but the positional effects still exist. So you still have moves that are like, I really want you to be behind the enemy, and then you'll have another ability that says, I want you to be on the side of the enemy. You're like, okay, but I'm not attacking when I'm moving, which is fine on a concept, but there was an additional layer to the combat system in XE2 that had a problem, which is the idea of attack canceling. You could cancel an auto attack right as it was about to hit to go into one of your special moves called arts, and it would give you a bonus effect. Every single weapon had a 3-hit auto attack chain. 1, 2, 3. I'm just doing / stab as an example. Everything was different. And the game straight up tells you get the strongest effect on the attack cancel if you cancel it on the 3rd hit. Problem with that was that if you had to reposition, your character would always restart their auto attack combo. So you would go 1, move, 1, 2, I gotta move, 1, damn, the enemy went after the tank, I gotta follow them, walk over there, 1, you almost never get to 3. And it was really annoying going from XE1 to XE2 because of that reason, to the point that the idea of trying to cancel on the 3rd hit, you just don't do it because you're like, it's not going to happen. It's more efficient and effective for me just to cancel whenever it is convenient for me to do so. Now, it doesn't necessarily look like you can attack while moving in this game, but there are a couple of things that I did see when we are going through this. So let me see if I can find it. So one, while you're moving around, one of the things that I noticed is that the characters, and it could just be an animation thing, but the characters will have different animation attacks even after they've moved. Like where, let me see if I can't find the spot that it was. So like right here, he attacks with a side slash, and then he slashes to the right, then he takes a couple steps, and he's got a new attack pattern, right? Left, right, left, right. They could still just be 1, 2, 3s, but it's not visually the same. Whereas in XC2, the first hit was always the same animation. Also looks really weird because one of the most effective things to do in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is to actually step cancel your own auto attack. Not cancel it into an art unless you wanted to do that, but you can actually get attacks out faster by causing your character to move to reset your auto attack combos, so you can get more attacks out faster to build up meter to be able to use arts. It doesn't look like that's necessarily the case of what's happening here. The other thing that I noticed, and let me see if I can find it, we need to see if... Unfortunately, this video is 8 minutes long, so it's not very easy for me to just grab the spot. And I tried to look at a particular section. I don't remember the girl's name with the hammer. I think her name was May. Where are you? Where is that section where May is the one fighting? Bummer. I don't want to waste too much of your time with it. Oh, wait. Mio. No, her name's not May. Mio, Tyon, Lanz, and Senna. So Senna was the one that was fighting. Let's see if they show it right here. I was hoping so. Because at one point, Senna does a dodge action. I paused it earlier. Here it is. So, oh, come on, go back. See, she dodges to the left. And I looked at the UI when they did this because I wanted to see if it was an ability that they were using or if it was a mechanic. Because if you can't auto attack while moving anymore, but they give you effectively like a dodge that allows you to reposition without resetting your auto attack combo, that, while not perfect, because you would have to dodge correctly into the right area, and like in the instance of this weird giant sharkfish thing, this Spocked Aligo, you might not be able to get all the way behind it because it's a big enemy, but it does give you a utility tool to possibly do those things. To have that option to reposition a little bit from the front to the side. And maybe that's what it is. You don't actually dodge. It's a sidestep that puts you to a new position. If it just automatically tries to move your character from the side to the back to the side to the front to the side, from the side to the front to the side, however that works, great. Because in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's like, this ability is cool, but I have one ability that wants me to be in the back and one ability that wants me to be on this side. Pick one. Because largely you're not going to be able to use both, because you're going to need to get in position, and then you want to hopefully glue your feet to the ground so that you can do either auto attack cancels or auto attack combos to cancel into arts to actually get efficient use of your damage and abilities and stuff like that. So if this sidestep will help with that, sweet, awesome. And that's the only thing really in the combat that I saw. Everything else actually looks more heavily inspired by Xenoblade Chronicles 2 than it is Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Mostly just looking at the UI and everything like that, the way that they talked about, like, chain links were in both games, but these button abilities and stuff down at the bottom are much more reminiscent of XC2 than they are XC1, which is good. I feel that outside of what I just got done rambling about with auto attack stuff, Xenoblade Chronicles 2's ability system, while more limited, is actually easier to use because you're restricted on what options you take into battle, and that makes you, one, have to make those decisions before you get into battle, and two, means you're not scrambling through menus in what is otherwise an active battle system, which was very clunky sometimes in Xenoblade Chronicles 1, where you're trying to swap and clunk through different abilities, trying to get to the one you want. Oh crap, it's on the left side and not the right side. And it's much cleaner to do what you want in XC2 than it is XC1, and it looks like they're going to take that even further in XC3, which is great. The only other question that I have, I'm still curious of how the combat system works exactly, because I'm just genuinely curious about that, is with this character right here. I'm still very, very curious about Senna, and I'll tell you why. One of the things that we talked about in the last video for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was the races that are present. So you have humans, you have Nopon, you have Gormati, which so we got Noah, who's a human, we got Mia, who's a Gormati, I can't remember your race again, winged head people. Tella? I want to say it's Tella, but man, do I not remember. Is there fishing in it? Sort of. I don't know about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Tyon kind of just looks like a human. Lons, he kind of looks like the races from Uriah, if you've played XC2. But Senna's the one that I'm curious of, because we noticed her in the first trailer for the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, this character looks cool. They got blue hair and their hair's on fire. I don't recognize that type of character before. There's a character in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 named Brigid, whose hair functions exactly like Senna's does. But here's the like caveat, right? Brigid is a blade. They are a crystallized entity that is summoned and creates themselves in the image that they want, but are otherwise just a summoned entity. They don't, like, some of the blades are literally giant robot puffball rabbits, man. Like, they're just, some of them are dogs. The blades are completely their own thing entirely. They, like, you could say a blade is a race, and they're a very, very diverse race, but that's not the way that it's presented. Blades are blades. And so, but there is a character in XE2, Brigid, whose hair is exactly like Senna's. I have not gotten to a point where they talk about if blades can procreate or anything like that, and who knows? Like, really, it could be something completely different going into XE3, right? But it made me go, I don't know what you are. Why is your hair on fire? Because, like, the blades, they come in every shape, size, ability. Some of them have, like, lightning paws. Some of them are on fire. Like I said, there's literally one that's it's Baymax if he was a rabbit, okay? If he was a gray rabbit, Baymax, all right? And they're so varied. But now we have somebody who largely is, for the most part, a, like, normal presenting character. She does have ether lines, though, the same way the blades do. I just noticed that. These lines are present on all the blades, and it's what their energy flows through. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just something that I pointed out. But, regardless of all of that, I'm looking forward to this. I will not finish Xenoblade Chronicles 2 before this comes out. I know I won't. I wish I could. But one nice thing is, if I just want to pick up Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I don't believe it will hurt my experience to have not played through Xenoblade Chronicles 2, not finished Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or started Torn of the Golden Country. So, but with all that said, that was Xenoblade Chronicles 3, the official overview trailer, and the final look from IGN. The game comes out on July 29th. It comes out very soon, in literally just a few days. So where are you sitting on Xenoblade Chronicles 3? I'd love to hear from you. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. I gotta clear out 5 years of my life to catch up. All of the games are 100 fucking hours. They're all long as shit, bro. Dimmed in, rocking in with the push-ups. Thank you. Also, welcome in again, Star Vixen. Welcome in. I hope you're well. I hope things are going well. I hope you. I know that you're excited as August approaches closer and closer. I hope you're still enjoying Naraka Blade Point. I've always wanted to play them chronologically. Whew. Man, you know, if you wanted to do like a Xeno Legacy, man, that means you're playing through all the Xenosaga games, which they're good games. I'm not saying that you shouldn't play them, but they're also long. I don't know how long Xenogears is. 2 packs of 10 gold, either which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills to myself with 3. Most assists to Seraphi and Hallrendir. Gonna keep you swole. Oh yeah, so swole. Urgh. Going random. Seraphy and a Coulter. Xenogears is fucking long. Well. Oh, I did not think about what direction we're going. We're going to go down to the token chest. There's not a skin chest, right? We got gold up here, tokens down here. Tokens down here we go. A single giant for this one? Alrighty then. Place units, everybody. Alright, on to the next one. So I'm looking at 50k plus for the rows of hats to disperse. No. Because when I take a hat off, I do put it on the side over here, but at the end of the day, or just when I remember on a future day, the hats get put at the back of the line, and then they just cycle themselves forwards. I am going to give you your points back for the hat swap, though, Dimden, because I was going to switch hats for the new video anyway. I think the order is Xenoblade Chronicles X, Saga, XC1, XC2, Gears, XC3. That sounds correct. I know that Xenoblade Chronicles X takes place in, like, Los Angeles or something like that. It essentially takes place on Earth. So, yeah. All right, we got 2 more of these. Thank you for the lurk, Dim Dan. Let's talk about Marauders. Whoa, calm down. Damn. This one's going to be much shorter than the Xenoblade reaction. All right, let's go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the closed beta announcement trailer for Marauders. Now, we've talked in the past about a game called The Cycle Frontier that people were calling Tarkov in space. Marauders is much more along the lines of what I think of when I think of Escape from Tarkov in space. It is a raid instance-based, high-risk survival shooter. And the whole thing takes place in space. You don't drop down onto planets. You're launching yourself in these little ship pods. You go and either raid other people's ships, or you're trying to raid like space stations, get some loot, get out, and get back to your base. And then you have your base with your stash and stuff like that. And I don't. That's the extent of my knowledge. I've not looked too closely at it because it was really, really alpha last time I saw it. They had a closed alpha not too long ago, and I did look at it. I'm like, still looks really light, still looks really rough. That might have been an earlier build, and they've gotten much farther along, but I don't know. But this is a closed beta, so it's not even actually necessarily an early access yet. You can pay for early access in terms of being able to access this closed beta, but let's let the game speak for itself, shall we?
Not yet rated.
That was a really good trailer. Like you know, regardless of the content of it, it's actually a really well cut trailer. Like whoever they got to do that, if it was somebody on their own team, like good job. That was actually a pretty decent ass trailer. The good energy, good presentation. In space, yet using irons. I'm sorry, but it breaks for me. This intense future, yet using tech that was outdated in the 1970s. That's kind of the idea behind, like, Warhammer 40K. Like, just because that they have space travel doesn't necessarily mean they have, like, infrared sights and stuff like that. And you can advance in one way, but not in another one, right? Like you could figure out space tech, but not necessarily have the like the ability to scan bioorganisms to tell you what their, genetic composition is. And in terms of like 40K comparison, they had really advanced tech, and then they lost all knowledge of it after essentially an apocalypse of sort. Like they had been building up this massive achievement, and then it went, oh crap, and then like stuff went wrong, and then knowledge of modern tech was lost. And so sometimes they'll find pieces of modern tech and they have to try and figure out like how it works, because nobody has the knowledge anymore of how it works, right? And I could see, like, we went to space we landed on the moon in 1969, right? And while we haven't, as a human species, put a heavy focus on, like, trying to get farther than that, if that instead had went farther, you could have, like, that people were using iron sights in 1969, you had very rudimentary sights, but a lot of the optics from way back then were unreliable or really fragile and stuff like that. So looks like a PS2 FPS. Well, it's a small team. It's a small team and it's early access. So, Now, thing is, it's a very fast cut trailer. I do want to take a little bit of a closer look at the loot screen, because the looting screen is very similar to, like I mentioned, like this game is going to forever be, regardless of whether it wants to be or not, it will be compared to Escape from Tarkov, because so much of it is genuinely like very close to it in terms of like this menu literally looks like an alpha build of Escape from Tarkov's menu. So, but what do we have here? Active contracts. So these are probably missions. Kill 12 personnel with a particular gun that they don't have. Gather 3 M1 helmets. This person at least doesn't have. Repair the space station frigate fuel system. Okay. I meant it looked like a PS2 game in style, not quality. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. So just wanted to take this in for a moment, because like there's a couple things here. These are things we already knew about. Remaining oxygen, your total amount of HP. You just have an HP, and compared to like Tarkov, where you have individual body parts and then the different parts of your loot system itself. Now, the thing that I am happy to see is this active contract system. One of the problems that I did have looking at Marauders earlier on is that the game seemed incredibly light. Like it was, the foundation was there, right? Of like, cool, we got a few different ships, we got a couple places you can go, we got a few different guns, and that's it. It was kind of in like almost a concept phase, right? Of where you're like, okay, that's cool. What is the overarching goal? Like, what is there an end game? How do I get to it, and what does it look like? And we're starting to see a little bit more of that, because Tarkov does have an end game. And like even like the Cycle Frontier, another game we referenced, you can get higher levels with traders, which unlocks new equipment, which unlocks higher end equipment, which gives you essentially an end game in terms of like a higher echelon of tiers of gear and equipment and weapons and modifications and stuff that then can allow you to go on to more dangerous areas and fight stronger monsters. Regardless of whether that's what you're interested in or whether they've done it well is a completely different conversation. But this is where what the question then poses, because these games aren't Call of Duty, right? They're not games where you're just trying to win the round, because that's where the loot and mission aspect comes in. Because sure, you can always want to win the fight or pursue the fight or whatever it is, but at the end of the day, you need loot to get money to have gear to go back in and fight again. And so your mission is to get to accomplish those types of objectives and goals. But as at least personally what I've seen through the Cycle Frontier compared to Escape from Tarkov, those cycles and goals need to feel impactful and meaningful, and if they don't, it can drastically harm the actual lasting impact, life, and quality of the game, even if the base foundation is strong, it's got to have walls that can actually take you up to somewhere higher than that ground level. And that's one of the things that I'm concerned about looking at Marauders as we're going deeper into it. Because, at least with the alphas, it was so light. It was very, very light. And I'm like, this will be cool for like 12 hours. But it's not a game that pitches itself of you can play us for 12 hours and then be done. It wants to be a game that asks for more of your time and more of your attention, but that's a harder goal to meet, especially in these high risk, high reward style gameplay where you're risking things that you have fought and scraped for to hopefully be able to get and accomplish more. So, I'm curious to see what comes out of this closed beta. It's short. It is a very short closed beta. It's happening right now, and it's only 5 days long. That is a tiny closed beta. And so it makes me wonder what the purpose of the closed beta is, because that means they're trying to test something specific, whether it's like server stability or a particular mechanic or something along those lines. It's not communicated here, and I wouldn't expect them to, because it's probably on like their dev forums or something like that. But that's such a tiny window of time for a closed beta that it's got to be for a targeted, very specific purpose, and I would love to know what it is. If you were to compare it to Star Citizen, how would that be, since it seems kind of the same in certain ways? I mean, I don't have a ton of experience with Star Citizen the way that I do Escape from Tarkov or the Cycle Frontier, and Star Citizen is also its own interesting beast, because for the longest time, it was the $200 million game that didn't exist, right? But we've recently seen a massive resurgence into Star Citizen because one of their more recent updates added a substantial amount of content, including like factions and mission progression and your own personal character progression and skills and stuff. So I don't know what the state of Star Citizen is right now in terms of where it could compare. In terms of overall quality, outside of Star Citizen being pretty heavy with the bugs, I would still say that Star Citizen is at a better point than Marauders is. That said, it is the $200 million game, and they've been working on it for 9 years or some insane amount of time. I forget when the original like Indiegogo campaign for Star Citizen was, but they've been working on that game for an eternity, so I would hope that it is farther along when it has that much money and that significant of a team and that much dev time behind it. So the developers behind Marauders are Small Impact Games. They've done the Black Death. It makes me a little curious how that one was. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll have to check that one out at another time. But to you watching right now, have you played Marauders? Did you play in one of the closed alphas? Did you watch your favorite streamer play it? Because I know a lot of Cycle Frontier and some Call of Duty and some Escape from Tarkov streamers, just basically shooter streamers in general, were checking it out when we had the ability to do so. What are your thoughts on it? And if you're playing in this closed beta, how does this closed beta currently feel? And how are you feeling about the longevity of the game after we get closer to an actual release date? No release date is currently yet known. It could have a long development time available, like ongoing until we hit that point, but they're getting closer if they've moved from calling it alphas to betas, right? We're getting somewhere. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. But we're going to get out of here, so if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Random as fuck. I'm going to save up for you to play the Alien trilogy on PS1. Learn something about video games. Why? Alright. Last one. And then we go on to finish Hellblade. Alright. Side note, the Black Death game has been in early access in 2016. Oh no! Oh no! You gonna learn today! All right. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out the trailer for Trials of the Dragon King, the DLC for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, otherwise known as Fantasy Souls. It's the latest game that has been released, at least, by Team Ninja, the people behind Nioh 2, and a long time ago, the Ninja Gaiden games. We did play through Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. It took us like 23 hours or so. It was a really good time. It was a fun time. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was good. But I didn't actually expect it to get DLC because it just kind of didn't feel like it was gonna get DLC. Like, I know Nioh and Nioh 2 did get DLC, and so they do have like a track record with their Soulsian games of doing DLC, but Stranger of Paradise like released to a very weak fanfare of people being like, yeah, it's a Final Fantasy game. All right, anyway. I enjoyed it. The game it was a journey. It was an adventure. There was a lot of chaos. So much chaos. Oh my god. Anyway, so apparently it is getting DLC. Let's see what there is here. This is a very short trailer though, so just keep that in mind. We got 42 seconds, and that includes title cards. It's the Warrior of Light.
You will die here, and I will live forever.
Was that it? Okay, not
Don't
quite.
Don't forget about our deal.
Hey, Bahamut, what's up?
Light, spill forth.
Okay. So very little to talk about, but there is a little bit. So one of the things is that there's something to do with Bahamut, and we've gotten to see Bahamut here. He looks great, very fantastic, although I do think it is very interesting that Bahamut fights like a person, given that he's got a couple of swords here and is doing like double sword stab downs, but you know, whatever. So we've seen at least 2 new boss fights that exists within this. You saw 4 boss fights? You saw 4? What were the other ones? I saw 2. I saw Bahamut, and then I saw fighting against the Warrior of Light here, unless you're considering his compatriots to be the rest of the boss fight. I only see the 2. Was there more? There's only 30 seconds of trailer. What else did you see that I didn't? I thought Bahamut was much bigger. I mean, maybe, but maybe they wanted him to be reasonable sized for you to kick his ass. It is interesting if you have played through the entirety of Stranger of Paradise that you are fighting the Warrior of Light here. It's kind of like a massive spoiler, but you know, whatever. The season pass includes the additional missions, Trials of the Dragon King, Wanderer of the Rift, and Different Future. Okay, so there's going to be 3 DLCs. 3 different DLCs there at the end. Okay. So, that said, you know, as much as I did enjoy Stranger of Paradise, I got to admit, I'm not, like, itching to play more of it. It was a good time. We finished our time with it, and then I was like, cool, that was nice, that was fun, moving along now. And it makes me wonder how good this DLC is actually going to do, because as lackluster of attention as the game got on its release, I can't imagine its DLC is getting a whole lot more. Now, that said, DLC doesn't normally cost a whole lot to develop if it's things like this, of a couple extra fights and maybe a few extra missions here and there. So hopefully at least it doesn't... I don't even know if this game ended up being a bust or not for Team Ninja and Square Enix. I hope not, but I have no idea where it ended up landing. I'm not surprised they're doing 3 DLC. Is that their mod? I guess there was 3 in Nioh 2. I don't remember how many there was in Nioh 1. There was 3 in Nioh 1? Okay. But, yeah, Trials of the Dragon King. You can fight Bahamut. You can fight the Warrior of Light. There's new weapons, new classes. I remember reading that in the description. I believe it's down here in the video description. Because what all's in here? Trials of the Dragon King. The first round of content included in Season Pass will include new jobs, weapons, accessories, and categories of equipment to blast your way through all the new areas, stories, and challenges that await for you to find your perfect gameplay style. Continue your adventure into the darker side of Final Fantasy with Trials of the Dragon King. Don't miss this opportunity to pick up the Season Pass, available on July 20th, 2022. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PC via Epic Games. Purchase now. Yeah. So it's out right now. It looks fine. If you really wanted more of this game, I'm good. But to you watching, what did you think? Where are you sitting on Trials of the Dragon King? And did you play Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin? If so, what were your thoughts about it? Like I said, I enjoyed it. I just don't feel the need to play more of it. But, I'm welcome to hear other people's opinions all the same. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are on Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own. That is what we can check them out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. It is in the backlog. The DLC for this? Is it in the backlog? Like, is it genuinely?
Level up!
Caesar, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, it took me a moment to figure out how you... Oh, God. Computer, are you okay? Am I still here? Hello? Okay, it recovered. Woo! That was a hell of a chonky chonk. Woo-hoo! We survived, though. Again, Caesar, thank you so much for the follow. I apologize for the moment to read, because it took me a moment to interpret your name. But, Veil, if it isn't Vandishar.
Vandishar?
Welcome in. You can see me, but you can't hear me? Reload. I'm moving now. Okay. All right. Let's have a seat. Aw, man, I need to open Steam. There's always something I forgot. There's always something. All right. Let's finish out Hellblade, shall we? Yeah, that was a huge chuck-a-lug. Even for me, like, the music stopped for a moment. And how are you, Vandishar? This is why Square Enix is unhealthy? What do you mean, real? I know you're talking about Trials of the Dragon King and like them using Team Ninja to make Stranger of Paradise and stuff, but what is it specifically that you were referencing to? You're still sick, Vandishar? I'm sorry. The existence of Stranger of Paradise DLC. It's not surprising given Team Ninja's track record, but I definitely don't feel like the game needed it.
I'm here to help you. Senua. We're back.
Welcome back, I guess.
We found you. Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you.
We were on an adventure.
We were worried. We're here to help you. You need us. So worried. Silence. It's lonely. We didn't know where you'd gone. We're here to help you. Don't worry. You can trust us. Trust us. Senua, it's us. We won't leave you. Hello. Don't leave us. We're here to stay. She needs us. She needs us. She needs our help. She always does. We found her. We found you. Here she is. We're back.
It's giving me horror vibes. It kind of should.
Worry.
Our main character here, Senua, she suffers from multiple mental disorders. One of which is a form of hallucinations and schizophrenia, which is part of why you're hearing all those voices that sound like they're in your head, because they're in her head. Technically, we're in her head, too. Can I go this way? I can.
We'll help you. We're here to help you. We'll help you go even further than you've been before. You don't have to do this alone.
Why is that not working? The follows is working, but the subs isn't. It's weird. I'm gonna see what's over here real quick. Stream elements you draw. Oh, I can't go this way. Okay, well, that solved that problem. Stream elements is drunk. I'm gonna miss these voices in other games now. Godly make me more calm and relaxed. Yeah, the voices in your head help keep you company, calm you down.
There's a door. You can do it. You can see it. Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
Into the mountain. Man, I missed a whole section of these somewhere.
A great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Something's behind the door. What is it? She can feel it. No.
What's wrong with her arm? She is suffering from something that is called the rot. Hang on.
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink.
Good times.
How would you say Dillion if you are too much of a coward?
You didn't realize this came out? This is not the sequel, Ella. Also, hello, Ella. This is the first one still. This is Senua's Sacrifice. Senua's Saga hasn't released yet. Did that count as a death? Please say no. Why is it lower now? I don't understand. Anyway, so to answer your question, Caesar, so Senua and her lineage, at least we know her mother and her are plagued with something. It's been called the darkness, and she also has the rot, which is what you see on her arm. And we don't even really know what it is, but essentially what we do know is that because they are seers of the darkness, they are somewhat harbingers of destruction. Like, her mother was essentially chased down and killed for being able to see the darkness, and Senua also believed that it was going to eventually consume her and everyone around her. Every time we die in the game, the rot climbs a little bit farther up her arm, and it straight up tells you every time you die, the rot climbs up your arm. If it reaches Senua's head, the game is over. And when they mean the game is over, they mean the game is over. Like, your progress is lost. You have to start over. So I had only died twice. The one, like, scripted time when they teach you about the rot, and then one other time to a boss battle. I was doing really, really good all the way up until a particular section that had just essentially like an auto-lose mechanic if you ran the wrong direction, and it was a maze, and I died like 4 times in there. I was pissed. 1 healer, 1 vampire, either which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills go into Fee, most assists go into Reve. Going random on those scrolls in 5. The rot on her arm is where Miyazaki got the Scarlet Rot inspiration from in Elden Ring and Millennia. I mean, maybe. I have no idea. They seem and look kind of similar. Maybe it's because the game took pity on you for dying 4 to 6 times. It could also be because of particular scripted sections. Some of the scripted sections, the rot on her arm has went up and down. Like, we gained rot when we ran into Hela, but there was also a section where the rot went down, but then it went back up to where it was in terms of gameplay purposes. And so it might have went down for this like scripted story segment, and then it's going to go back up when we get into actually regular gameplay stuff. We'll see. And who even knows, right? The rot climbing up her arm might not actually exist. The rot might just be in her fucking brain like a whole bunch of this other shit is, man. It might not even be real. We don't know. Fee with the vampire, Nurmik with a healer. Like, it's... I have no idea, man. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. War Beast. Teach him who's boss. Chompers, get in there. Alright, place your units, everybody. Like, that's the thing. Nobody knows what's real. Senua doesn't. We don't. So, Ella, have you played all the way through this already? Am I supposed to run? I think so. I think I'm supposed to run to the light over there. I think I'm supposed to run to the next light well. Yeah, the rod just went up a little bit. Okay.
The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Great. I can't go that way. Huh.
Don't be fooled. The beast is still here.
Maybe she's in a coma and it's all a dream. I don't think that's what it is.
It's a trick.
I don't think we're going with that option.
Do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away, and he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now. They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead. No, and they want me with them. Stop! That's why they crawl through the walls. Don't listen. Do you see them? Do you see their faces? He's coming. Senua, help me! Help! Get me out of here! Don't go! She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness.
Okay.
She took her own life to escape it.
Well,
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile.
Can I light this?
Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father. Zimbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
Yeesh. Does this torch have a time limit on it? Hope not. I don't like that. Fuck off. You can't open that. That's not what I was trying to do anyway. Stop it. I want you to light this other torch. Thank you. Can we open this one? No. Okay. Another view down there. You wake up and you're one of those Sword Art Online medical pods all along. A fucking Bacta tank from Star Wars. Like, alright, I guess we're here now. Thanks, I hate it. Alright. Check this last door, since it's the only thing we haven't checked yet. Nope, okay. Our option for forward progression is this. Alright, we're gonna go up first, because I'm pretty sure down is the way that we need to go. Because a lot of everything else I've seen has been, ugh.
No, it's not. She hasn't got much time.
Don't say that.
It's not going to burn out. The darkness will come again. Light.
There it is.
Hidden in plain sight. She has it. Where's the next? Two more to find. I can feel the two more to find.
Fucking hate it.
These pointless
I'm having a lot of stutters and occasional buffers. Is anyone else experiencing it? I see that I've lost like 30, maybe 40 frames total since that big chunk, but that shouldn't be enough for, like, major stutters and buffers. Where are we? Oh, I see where we are. Okay. Can the torch actually go out? Don't actually know. God, that voice is very concerning.
The beast has been here. Everywhere. There's beauty. Just keep going. She'll have to go under. She can't. She has to. She can't. The torch will go out. Don't. Let the torch go out. She can do it. The light's gone out. Run! Run! Get through it as quick as you can.
I'm trying.
The panic is here. What was that?
I knew you were gonna make me put my torch out. This Tomb Raider game looks sick.
You have to rest here on your side. She's stuck. She hasn't found the rooms. Stay in the light. Stay. You're safe in the light. Keep going. Get to the next light. Let's go quickly. Run.
We have to find fire to bring back. There we go. Let's go up and open the door first.
She can find it. Keep the light. See it. Where is it? Now you're free to search. Now you can see. The light will guide you.
We'll have to go back down, but we'll go up here first.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Do I need to light this one too? To get like a proper shadow or something somewhere? It acted like it was about to show it to me. Here we go. Well, maybe. Yeah, Fafnir was one of the dragons you released in God of War. Isn't the floating symbol the wrong one for the one you're searching for? No, I have two that I need to search for. You can't see the the P very well because it's on Senua's back. I thought it had to do with this rock formation right here. I feel like this is close, but it's not quite it, is it? I didn't like that one. Reflection. Okay.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl.
So we're still missing one, though.
Imprisoned in her room at night. The faces in the dark, coming through the walls.
I haven't seen any indication of it either.
Could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only
It is
she
B,
could see them,
not that it matters. Yeah, yeah.
her father, Sinbad,
Yeah, now I need...
could see the monster.
What is that, A? I have no idea.
The dragon's path, and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd
So the
sinks
third
his
symbol's
sword into
somewhere
the dragon up to the hilt.
else.
Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
Is it all the way back out here? Do I need to go back to go forward? Well, I can't go too far back. Neither of these directions will let me go actually back. Did we go this way? No, definitely didn't. What?
She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. She's lighting darkness. Do you think you can fight?
Whoa! I remember how to play.
He's stronger than you. You can't go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and move.
Yeah, I see it. I'm gonna light some more shit first. Hold on. Do I need to go up to actually get a view of it? Do I have to look at it from up here? Yeah.
There it is. You have all roots.
Do you feel it? is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness.
It's a lovely place.
It found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die?
The rune is not an actual rune that you're finding. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just in Senua's head. We don't. You can explain anything with the fact that she just like sees shit.
But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
It's a trap. The beast is coming.
Oh, Jesus fuck. Oh, God. I can't run that fast. Well, that was awful. Oh, God.
No! What have you done?
No! No!
You've lost him! It's over!
The darkness is back. You've lost him. You've lost him out. Get it alive!
That is every soul that his fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Zinno while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember the darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion.
It's an Anglo-Saxon rune for the letter AE. What was the last one that actually looked like a P?
I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
That is P? Okay. I was wondering if the runes spelled anything out, but B-A-E-P is not really a thing. Bape. 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 Convenient that someone left a torch in all of these. Baby's a clothing brand? Yeah, I don't think that's what they're trying to communicate here, though. So help me God, do not... I was like, if she just like swings that torch over there and it goes out, I'll be pissed. Could have seen that, like, she loses balance for a moment and swings it over and the torch just goes into the little waterfall and goes out. Whoa. Ow. Ow. I would love it if I could back up a little bit because I can't fucking see. very close quarters.
She's ready. You are capable. Remember your training.
Ow.
The mirror. The mirror. Focus is coming back.
Ow.
Focus now. Stop. Behind you. She can't remember. How does she focus? It's coming.
Whoop, can't block that. Can I have my torch back? Thank you. Floor's wet. Why is the torch burning? I mean, if it's like an oil torch, it's not that easy to extinguish, so. It's also a pretty good sized torch. Well, I can tell that that's where I'm supposed to get it, but it's too dark. Is there a way up over here? There is. Okay. I didn't see the way up initially because it looked like the path was blocked. Okay, now we can get it. I can see the rune puzzles being in her head. She's making excuses not to progress and is mentally setting tasks that has to be done before she can do. Yeah, 100%. Because, like, there's not a reason why she shouldn't be able to open those doors. Because none of them have ever given an indication that they're locked or anything like that. Roman! Roman Edge, you beautiful human being, welcome in. Hello. Welcome, Raiders. The Dark Lord... The Dark Lord Cocaine. How are you? Oh my god. Very first name is Fire.
Level up.
Now I can do this. Thank you for the follow, Roman. Welcome in. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. I hope you had a good time with Roman, the fantastic individual. You did not waste your time being
Level
over
up.
there. My name is Schwan. Welcome to the stream. I'm a high variety streamer. I stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I talk a lot, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. So come in, hang out, check the vibe. If it seems like something that you like and you want to check out some more, please drop a follow. Maybe I'll see you in a future stream. But at the very least, thank you for supporting Roman and joining him on the raid and continuing to support him as much as you do. Roman, how is it? How have things been? I'm trying to type and I'm bad at it.
Level up.
You were playing Stream Raiders. Dark Lord Cocaine, Dark Ducky 420. Thank you so much for the follow. Ducky wants my duck.
We all want your duck, Roman. Give me the duck.
Just been chilling. Were you doing anything while you played Stream Raiders, or were you just doing Stream Raiders and hanging out and chatting? Were you playing maybe some Overwatch or some, there's a mobile game that you play from time to time whose name completely escapes me. Summoner's War? Played some Fork Knife? Oh, you're gonna put out my torchy torch. Some team fight tactics, very nice. We are playing Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice in preparation for the upcoming sequel.
Tried to help her, but she wouldn't listen.
And it is a journey. It is an experience. Overwatch is on hold until Overwatch 2 comes out. Makes sense.
He was trying to save her from the darkness. Zimbel was right. Zimbel was trying to save her from the darkness.
So, if you have not played this game, you play as Senua, who is our character here. And Senua suffers from multiple mental disorders, including like hallucinations and schizophrenia. We also know that she is cursed with some sort of darkness of, like her mom had and so did she. That makes her essentially like destined to like cause herself and those around her to like befall terrible fates. Her husband was killed by Vikings and she's trying to go get his soul back from hell, which she can't actually do, but she's crazy enough literally to believe that she can, so. The visuals in this game are beautiful. The gameplay is really solid, actually. The combat is probably one of my favorite in any video game.
Wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking.
Are you enjoying Candyland, Roman? Oh, I mean Swords and Sweets? Swords and Sweetery?
He understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
She's falling for it. She falls for their tricks every time. Please.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds.
Well, we can tell we're almost done with the game just by the runes. There's only 5 more runes, technically, that we could find. Because we've missed the other ones.
Sigurd should kill Rain before Rain kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep.
Yeah, it's here.
Sigurd heeds the bird's advice. He kills Rain, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest. To ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild the Valkyrie.
I don't know if we can squeeze our torch through there. Hey, yo, Ma, let me squeeze my torch in there. Can I have some music, please? Spotify? Hello? Spotify, may I have some music? Thank you. I'm also a Stream Raiders captain, by the way. For those that were joining Roman for Stream Raiders, !battle, or when I start the next battle, I'll put a link in chat. And you can join us in our adventures through Candyland, Swords and Sweetery. Get ourselves a gummy bear. We have 15 gold, 1 bomber, and 1 buster, any of which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills don't go into Kaputty, followed by tied with Sai Icon, followed by a tie between Rayback, Robomomo, and Bizarro Shoshipi. Most assists go into Shoshipi with 9, followed by Rayback with 7. Going random on the scrolls and the gold in 5. Ooh, my neck just did the poppity pop. Going random. Hall Reindeer with the busters, Rayback with the bombers, and Dark Ducky with the gold. Back to the map. We are headed... Ah, yeah, we're at that token chest now. Very nice. Starts the battle. The battle. Let's go right here. Place your units, everybody. Calm down, music. We got to be able to hear the voices in our head.
Draw her where he wants it. He's using you. The darkness in you. Where is she now? The darkness killed your mother. Where is she now? Where is she? She's here with her. The darkness will kill you. The darkness took you.
I can't tell where we're supposed to go over there.
Really happened to her.
Your mother was weak like you are. Her mother was weak like she is. The darkness took her. It will take Senua. It's just a matter of time.
That light doesn't count.
You've got to be strong. Just she's got to. What if this is another trick? It could be a trick. Her mother was never here. It could all be. Her mother was just in the region. It could all be one long game.
I need to light that.
Years ago. What happened to her?
The darkness took her.
The darkness took her. The darkness will take Senua. It's taking her already. She's too weak to fight against it.
She goes deeper and deeper into the darkness.
Every step she takes, deeper.
Her mother tried to fight the darkness and she lost too.
Stupid. The darkness will always win. There's no way you can beat it. She'll never beat it. There's no use. What's she doing?
She's lighting a torch.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
Oh, God. That's a run.
What's she thinking? She's going to get there.
Is she going to get there? That's quite the question, voices. That's quite the question indeed. I'm not looking forward to this. Not that you actually have to catch your breath, Senua, but catch your breath.
Now she can. She can do it. Stop. Stop. Keep going. Stop it. Quick. She can't get through. She has to. Get up. Get up. What are you doing?
All right, then. The voices are talking mad shit. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, while I'm thinking about it, I actually need to send you something real.
Faster, faster. Keep going. Keep going. Stop.
While I'm thinking about it. There we go. I sent it in the Hangouts chat. It's probably gonna take a moment to send because it's a short video. Me and Athena saw it and immediately thought of you.
She can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. Only little separates us from what we fear.
But like me, Sigurd is fearless and passes through the flames, just as I did, and wakes the sleeping warrior girl. She teaches him the secret wisdom of runes, namely victory runes, ship runes, runes for persuasion, runes for truth, runes for healing and help, runes for perception and power. Come like Sigurd.
Come back.
Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Come back to me, Senua.
I'm
It's all gonna be fun and games until you dip that torch in there. You fucking dip that torch in there. God damn it! Why would you do that?
Just keep close your eyes. Cillian, I see you. The beast has Cillian. No. You're not taking him.
Do I have to fight this shit?
I can smell your
No.
You betrayed your gods.
I am leaving with him.
You turned your back on me.
Oh, is this what's been talking to us this whole time?
Why, Dillion, you're rotting now.
so glad that worked. Ow! Oh, I have to dodge it.
She's injured. It's not over. Must find him now.
Oh. Woo! Oh god. Oh shit. That's not fair.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness.
Ooh.
Or the monster that her father had become.
That went like way up there.
She couldn't fight them both. And so she left. Headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. But maybe Dillian would still be alive. I'm so sorry, my love.
Watching it pulse in her shoulder is so disgusting. But I also can't take my eyes off of it.
She can't save her own.
It's really gross.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Listen.
But believe this. It was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it will focus your mind on this quest. MacLeod, I feel you let go as you slack. All this time I've wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Then take me to the mountain. To trust him. As deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
What else can she do? She doesn't want to tell us. She has nothing. She's come this far. She wants to go forward. She wants this to be it. She wants to save Dillian's.
Found something that apparently makes me queasy. That can definitely feel my body like. Oh. Hello, Fanny. Welcome in. I'm sorry I didn't see you a moment ago. I was very distracted by what was happening on screen.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again. I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me.
And yeah, in God of War, Kratos kind of upsets all of the original prophecies. I don't know if there's new prophecies that include him beyond the ones that his wife had put on the walls in Jotunheim. But the actual, like, prophecies from genuine Norse mythology, he has effectively ruined all of those.
Whatever the cost.
She can see it. She can't cross the bridge. It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. She can't.
Are you winning, Sean? Yes? I'd say yes.
How will she do it? There must be a way. You have to try. She'll never make it.
The Northmen say the
3
world
runes left. We're very close to the end of the game now.
They call this Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children play.
Thank you for the bits, Fanny. 69.
Nice.
Come on, we're almost there. No, no, no. It's got to go this way.
She did it.
It's only half of it, though. We have to get over there to do the other half. Can I get down there from up here? No, I need to go down there and climb up the other side. Okay, that's fine. Not all. So far, only Thor's 2 sons, of my knowledge, since we were being decapitated, was there in the myth. What about Balder? Ow! Rude, I was talking!
It's nearly over. Get out of the way.
Ow! Oh, jeez.
It's not over. It's not over.
Thought you were dead. Damn it.
Take him down.
Oh! That's a lot. Oh, Jesus.
Get up quick. She's injured. That's the only way.
Fuck. Die, please.
Do it. You're close.
Oh. A lot of enemies in a very small space.
How will she do it?
Whew.
What will she do?
You can jump that gap. You believe in me? I don't. What the fuck? Was there not a closed door there a moment ago? Game. Jesus, my brain. Why do you do this to me?
No.
Thank you for the lurk and the host, Fanny. I appreciate it a lot.
What is that?
Baldur was already meant to be dead, except it was Hod who killed him. We haven't met Hod, have we?
She could give her own soul. No. She'd write It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give. She has a warrior soul. What more could she give? A cursed soul. Of course she is, no matter what she does. She can feel the fault climb to her power. She can fight her. She can fight her at Ragnarok. She's a warrior. She's gone.
You have not. Okay, I didn't think so.
Hela will want to fight her. She can see it. The bridge. She can't cross the bridge. It's broken. She has to fix it. It's too dangerous. She's done it before. You have to fight her. Be powerful. The final battle. Get his soul back. It's the final task.
Yes, it is. This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
She can do it. She can do it. She can still see the secrets of the gods. She thinks so special. She must see. She has the sight. She can see their secrets. There's an illusion. She's found a way. There's a way. She can see. She must align herself. She can do it. There's the door. She aligns herself. It's there.
I think that's who Kratos will kind of replace. We also haven't met Baldur's wife, so who knows how much they will take. There are a lot of gods in the Olympus was also just kind of forgot. Yeah, I mean, you only have so much time to give to so many characters, right? So
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
Did we just play this game? Sort of. Except it's just Druth telling us the story of the Norse pantheon, rather than us really being involved with it in any way. That does go higher, but... that was straight up a God of War recap. Maybe a bit. One rune after this one.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship.
I seriously don't know where I missed those, like, 6. The other ones, I'm like, yeah, there's probably a corner I didn't look behind, but there was a whole section we missed.
All kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash. Trolls will walk the land. Men will tread the road to hell. And the heavens will split open.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, oh, fuck, that hurt. First time I've just straight up shoulder checked someone. I'd always done an ability, but she can just throw her shoulder into him. This game's combat is so fucking good. I want more of it, but I also want there to be like a little bit more to it. Because there's very few enemies, right? You got sword dude, you got like mace dude with shield, axes dude, and big dude, and that's kind of been it. But that said, it still feels really good to play. Like, damn, does it feel good to play. We got this one, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, we're almost there. I'm gonna peek what's over here real quick. Aha, found you.
The Northmen said each god will do battle at Ragnarok. Odin will fight the monstrous wolf and be killed, but his son will avenge him and plunge his sword into the heart of the beast. Freyr will face Surt, but he had given his sword away for love, and Without it, he cannot defend himself against the flames. Thor will smite the Midgard serpent to no avail. The sun will grow black. The earth will sink into the sea. The stars will disappear. Fire and water will meet. Steam will shoot up. Flames will play against the sky. The heavens and earth and all the world will be burned. All the gods will be dead. And the warriors of Valhalla and the people everywhere.
Wrong button.
Senua, prepare yourself.
What's up, buddy? Woo! Oh, ow! Let me up! I don't need to focus yet. Calm down. Good talk.
She's there. The path to Hela. I can sense her. Where is she going? She's getting closer to Hela. She's going to die. I'm scared. Wait. What happens when she dies? What happens to me when she dies? I don't want to die. It's not to die. If she sacrifices herself, she sacrifices us. Wait, stop. We don't want to die. Stop.
Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. Oh my goodness gracious. Telling you, this game's something else. In every way. Good lord. What in the world is that, Dark Lord Cocaine? It's a Hook's Epic Archer that turns into, I'm guessing, essentially what's supposed to be like a missing no. Don't lie to me, phone. That is to my pin. Good work, everybody. 12 tokens. Very nice. We got 1 Musketeer and 2 Centurions, either which could be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills going to myself with 9, followed by Rayback with 6. Most assists to Bizarro Shoshipi with 14, followed by a tie between Shoshipi and Raybay. Going random on the scrolls in 5. What is that, Dark Lord Cocaine? What is that? It's a person in a chicken suit saying GG? It might be your pin, but is it your phone? Damn, Eve, that's a good question. Yes, it's my phone. Going random. The Dark Lord Cocaine with the Musketeer. Fee with the Centurions. Back to the map. Eve asking those real questions. Enemies will be revealed over time. Very well. Let's post up right here. I'll get a bomber. Get some units in there. Let me complete that quest. Win 3 battles. We can do that. All right. Let's push on.
Turn back. Ella. It's too dangerous.
Why isn't she stopping? Stop. Wait.
What?
What happens when she dies?
What happens to us?
What happens to us?
We die too.
Do we die too?
We die too.
I don't want to.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die.
I don't want to die.
Senua, stop. Turn back.
Stop her. Why is she going? Stop. Senua, stop. What happens to us?
Stop her. Why would she stop to die? She won't stop. Stop.
I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop.
I can't actually move around this. Okay.
Please stop.
Please stop.
Please stop. You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
What?
They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the Senua of old. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
You know, I just realized that those last set of symbols up there on the left definitely looks like they spell out mirror. Wonder if the rest of this around the outside spells something that we just can't quite read. mirror. Hope it doesn't matter that I didn't find all the rune stones.
Wait, Mother! Don't see me like this. Turn away, Senua! Turn away, Senua!
Do you see it, Senua? Do you see the darkness? Faces of fear and suffering.
I can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. Do you understand, Senua?
I do understand.
You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child.
You created this darkness!
You created this darkness so you could hide behind it.
Only suffering brings salvation.
Hello?
It is the way of the gods.
Fighting Hello the first time did not go well. Just saying.
You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
We're gonna fight things right here, aren't I?
The rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw the last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me!
Thank you.
Ow. Damn it. What?
Watch out.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh! Oh, shit. I fell out of the fucking time. What?
I can see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Look at you. Running forward and moving backwards to wallow your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place. I'm trying to save you from yourself. You still believe it is a lie? The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
We look awful.
He's here. I know he's here.
The music for that fight was awesome. Yeah, the last couple of music tracks, the one when we were fighting across the bridge and now the one in here, have both been insanely good.
Hold on. I'll find you.
That's a new enemy. Oh, no, it's not. It's just him. It's the second boss. Could have been the first, depending on what direction you chose. Oh, Jesus. What? Oh, hi. Fuck. This sucks. Aw, that was some shit. Let me up. Thank you. Two of them now, huh? Fuck.
Watch out.
Damn it. Yeah, I'll deflect your face. Ow. Didn't deflect your face. Yeah, the last few songs have been really, really good.
Delian! Where is he? You're trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me.
Like, this whole
have
set
him.
piece has been insanely good. Fuck, that's a lot. Oh, shit.
Or what? What can he do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
Oh, that's so many. Oh, that's so many. Get them all on one side. Get them all on one side. That's so many.
Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillion. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Oh. Oh! Fuck! Get up! There's still more! Some of these die easily. Ow!
Watch out.
Woo! I know I'm surrounded, thank you. Oh, I had the wrong enemy targeted. That sucks. Oh, shit. Fuck! There's so many! Woo! Well, that helped me get. Oh god! Oh god, I'm like in hurt. That was awful. Let me back up, please.
Closer. You're going to die.
Fuck! I couldn't get out of his way. Let me up, let me up, let me up.
You've done enough. You're killing yourself. Hide you.
Fuck! God damn it. Please go away. Do I need to be targeting her instead?
Watch out. Behind you.
I can't actually target Hella right now. Let me up.
Go of your battle.
No!
Stop. You're killing yourself.
Ow! We already did the boss gauntlet.
Surrounded. Careful, Senua. Watch out.
Fuck! Ow!
Let go of Dillion. Let go of your battle.
No.
Killing yourself.
Oh, that hurt. I think I'm supposed to lose, but I'm very stubborn.
Be careful, Senua.
Now imagine if all the enemies didn't stand for around 60% of the time. Well, they also have less HP right now, and I'm not sure why, but it would actually be better if they had like more HP, essentially, because every time they die, a new one spawns somewhere else, and it's normally not in a good spot. Oh. Oh.
Let go of your battle. You're going to die.
Probably.
Watch out.
Yeah, I can't target her no matter what.
Behind you.
Oh. Ow.
Let go of your battle. You don't have to fight it. You're killing yourself.
That's gonna hurt. There it goes. And yeah, it wasn't supposed to lose, but damn, that was a really fun gauntlet to just keep going through. Give me back my sword, Hella. Goddamn. Are you gonna stab Dillion's head with the sword? Because that would be fucking metal as shit.
I can't save Darian. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release him.
Hello, you look like shit. We look a little less like shit all of a sudden. No, maybe not. It was just the angle.
Because I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest. Nothing. And you will have no power over me.
Fuck! Jesus, the blood on her stomach is impressively visual.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senua. Because a life without loss.
Shut up, Stream Raiders, go away! Oh god, I can see the rot pulsing in her.
You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear.
How the fuck does this have a sequel?
And emerge from that darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea.
Because in the sequel, you are Hela? Maybe. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Are you talking about the fire effect on Hela's shoulder?
The leaves and the clouds.
Like the heat shimmer?
Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
Do you?
My friend. Go with her. This now will be your story to witness.
It's hard to tell how mixed up you feel. Hoping what you need is behind every door. Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change. 'Cause everyone has hopes, you're human after all. The feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else. Feeling as though you never belong.
Okay, I'm gonna run the battle. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and then I'm going to do some push-ups for Dimden. Be right back.
Please don't cry now. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. just illusion, trying to change you. Being like you are, well, this is something else. Who would comprehend? But some that do lay claim divine purpose blesses them. Well, that's not what I believe, and it doesn't matter anyway. A part of your soul ties you to the next world, or maybe to the last, but I'm still not sure. But what I do know is to us the world.
We're doing extra push-ups, apparently. All right. 50 gold and 2 musketeers. They could be yours for 420 channel points.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
50 gold, 2 musketeers, going to see Carget and Hope.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
You want some squats? Okay. It's always interesting when the credits song doesn't last as long as the credits do. Special thanks to the ninjas. Are those part of your motion capture crew? Is that the well, no, it's Ninja Theory is the name of the developer, so I don't think that's it. Fee with the lunges to round it out. All right. Thinking those are the hot fixers? Sure. Oh. And special thanks to all of our fans and supporters for making Hellblade possible. If you'd like to find out more about psychosis and mental health difficulties, visit hellbladehelp.info. I've been kind of collecting them, Eve. Like, I was thinking about it in the bathroom. I was thinking about it through 20 push-ups about, like, actual closing thoughts on the game as a whole. Do we move past the black screen? Or is it like, nah, dog, Alt F for the game? This is the part where you're supposed to hit the home button on your Xbox. There it goes. They have a chapter selection feature now. The shipwreck shore is where I missed 6 lore stones. I missed 1 in Valryn's Keep, 1 in Surt's Domain, and then fucking 6 on the shipwreck shore. Hellblade feature? Contains spoilers. We recommend watching afterwards.
Lost souls. She's dreamt of this before.
So this is like a developer's commentary, basically.
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears.
How long is this? I'm just wanting to know. I bet it's on YouTube separately, but let's look and see. Hellblade feature. It looks like 24 minutes long. 25-minute feature about how we worked with experts in the field of neuroscience and those with lived experience of voice something or other. Oh, man. Okay, well. I think I'd rather watch it on YouTube. Because that video in the game looked pretty low quality. This is from 3 years ago. That is immensely higher quality than what was in the game. What was in the game was very pixely.
Of our memories,
and also is like full screen properly, you know. Oh man. Okay, so we did mark last on the Stream Raiders battle, which fits perfectly. We'll be ending in about 23 minutes, right at our normal end time. I would like to do another reaction, kind of like what we did for A Plague Tale, but where we checked out the information on the sequel. We can do that. We have both of the things right here, the official reveal trailer and then the gameplay reveal. Let me get that set up a little bit, make sure the logo didn't change across the... Depends on where you look, I guess. Okay. Let's do this first. And then if I have any extra thoughts to share afterwards, then we will check out stuff afterwards. Did that say Game Pass? Ooh, it did say Game Pass. We like Game Pass. All right. We'll just jump straight into this. All right. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we're checking out the reveal trailer and the gameplay trailer for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Now, the reveal trailer came out during the Game Awards 2019. The gameplay reveal came out during the Game Awards 2021, and I do believe the game is set to come out sometime next year in 2023. And we literally, 5 minutes ago, just got done playing through the first game, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, for the very first time. And I gotta say, I knew a little bit about the game in terms of that Senua suffers from multiple mental disorders, psychosis, hallucinations, and the voices in your head and stuff. I did a short video. I say short. I started the very beginning of the game years back. I did a video on it. I know it's still on the channel, where we checked out the very beginning of it, and I gave my thoughts about what I felt about the first 30 minutes or so of the game. But we just got done playing through the whole thing, and I gotta say, it's probably one of the best video games that I have ever played. Ever. In terms of just how precisely crafted everything about the game is. It is an incredible experience that is unlike anything that I have played. And I can't even give it a proper comparison because, like I just said, I can't think of anything to compare the game to. It's not without its faults. There are definitely a few things that are just a little bit like chinks in the armor, some tarnish to the polish. But the game itself is unmatched, and it will definitely stay with me for a very long time as a game that I think is something that stands out from the rest of the chaff, that stands out in a way that is greater than a lot of other video games that I've played. And it's interesting because one of the games that we played shortly before playing Hellblade was God of War, the 2018 version, where he's going through the Norse, and there's a lot of Norse theme in Hellblade. It's all centered around that pantheon and stuff. And the games even play similarly in terms of the way that you fight things and the style of enemies and the way that you parry attacks and the windows that offers up to you. But God of War was just a really good game that looked pretty good, but otherwise felt so much like a lot of other games that I had seen before it. Obviously, really high-tier game. Whereas Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, it felt like it stood in a different realm of video games. And it's really crazy to me just how good this game was. And to the point that, having just come off it 5 to 10 minutes ago, I'm still processing it in terms of the entirety of what I just experienced. The genuine, cinematic direction that is more than just trying to tell you a story, but give you an experience that I have not experienced before. That said, it was a great game. And now we have the sequel coming up. And I remember when they announced the sequel, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a sequel to that game that people said was pretty good. That AA game that people were talking about, where it's on the level of a AAA game, but it's not as long. Man, when you're not trying to stretch the clock out for 40 hours and you're just game's 8 hours long and we made it a great 8 hours. Yeah, I want more of that. We also, right before playing Hellblade, we played A Plague Tale: Innocence, which also kind of fits into that AA category of high quality, good polished development, but in a smaller package. So good. If you're just focused on delivering what you want in such a small, in the time that it needs, without feeling the need to add extra side stuff here and there for the sake of making it a larger game, you deliver really good experiences that are exactly tuned and paced the way that you want and the way that they should be. If we go to that comparison of God of War, there were times when I felt like God of War is dragging on, or we get distracted with side stuff, and it was taking away from the actual experience of the game itself because it was focused on being a game. And you can make a game that is a fun game that doesn't have to focus on gamey things. But all that aside, I want to see what we now have coming for us in Hellblade 2, Senua Saga. So, let's go. Seriously looked like Rohan. You hear him? Gross. Well, that was fucking cool. I have no idea what just actually happened or what we're doing, but it was really fucking cool. All right, so we have the gameplay reveal. Let's go. Just jumping straight into that next one. I want it.
And she said, "With our swords, we will forge new stories to strike the gods that haunt us." You might see me as weak, but I will show you what lies behind my eyes. We will embrace our suffering, soothe our scars of grief, and break their siege of our minds. You may see them as gods, but we will show you what lies behind their eyes.
Wait. Listen. It's coming. He's here. That's my name. He can smell your fear. Listen. It knows our name. How does it know our name?
To risk your own life for what you believe is your sacrifice to make. To lead others to death brings a different kind of burden. One that Senua would have to learn to bear.
Can you smell their fear?
He's here. Death is coming.
Look at the bones.
Death is coming.
Look at the bones. That's going to be you. That's going to be everyone. No one's ever killed a giant before. What makes you think you can stay down?
Those whose eyes are clouded by fear are besieged by the ghosts that haunt them. Senua saw that to win the war we must break this siege. Break it with an unshakable truth. Break it with an impossible feat.
Get ready. It's about to start. Get ready.
He's very... Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a lot of goo. Did you drink him, my dude? Bro does not give a fuck.
It's me it wants to kill.
Good throw, dude. Oh.
I know you. He needs you.
Oh, man. I'm not sure how you feel about the monster being real. I did like it when it was a doubt of them all being just in her head. Yeah, well, you know, it's interesting because after going through the first journey of the first game, which, mind you, real quick, if you have not played the first game, spoiler warning is going on right now because I'm going to talk about something that's happened in the first game, which is the first game, she is trying to retrieve her dead husband's soul from hell. And she believes that she can go to Helheim and fight Hela and retrieve his soul. Now, her own mental battles make it where it's very difficult to tell whether she's actually achieving this or not. And the entire time, you're having a hard time interpreting whether anything is real or not. Throughout the entire story, it's very difficult to tell whether you ever actually make it to Helheim or if hell is real or the things that you're fighting are real. You are constantly questioning everything because you do know that she has this battle and this continued bout with, is it all in her mind? We don't genuinely know. And I don't think we're supposed to genuinely know. Now, the thing is we know that her husband was killed by Norsemen, by Viking raiders, and in a really brutal way. Oh my God. And because of that, because of who he was killed by and how he was killed is why she was trying to go get him from Helheim, because she does not believe in the Norse gods. She does not worship them. And so we don't really ever know who it is that she worships, if she worships anybody. And that pushes it farther into the territory of just really not knowing a whole lot. And you're not supposed to. And I don't even get the feeling that Senua really knows because of her mental state. But I could see, obviously, we don't know anything beyond what we just saw for what is coming in Hellblade Senua's Saga. But I could see it moving towards basically like a mission of revenge about wanting to get back at the Norse, the Viking raiders and the Norse pantheon, because she didn't genuinely care about the Norse gods before. She cared about trying to find her husband and retrieve her husband's soul. And there is a belief that it is the Norse gods that have that are the reason that she is the way that she is mentally. And so it could be that her journey now takes her on. The first game is very much about self-discovery, about Senua accepting everything that has happened, accepting who she is, and accepting her own being. And so with that journey concluded, that means that it needs to push on to something else, because she doesn't have that journey to do anymore, to go on. She doesn't have to fight through fear, through darkness, through her own mental loops. Now, obviously, we could still hear the voices, right? Like, just because she made it through her journey doesn't magically mean that she is now no longer suffering from the mental disorders that she did through the first game. They are still present, and she is living alongside them instead of running from them. But I could now see the story moving towards where, now that she is her own person, that she could look at forming a tribe, leading them in her own way, in such a way of maybe trying to take vengeance back on Vikings and or the Norse pantheon, since the Viking act at the behest of their gods. That's just my guess as to the direction we could be going. Clearly, with that first cinematic trailer where they're conducting some sort of ritual, there is a higher power that Senua is calling from. Whether that's the darkness, whether that's like Hela, because there's an interesting interaction between Senua and Hela at the very end of the game. We don't know, and we probably won't know until this game comes out. And even when this game comes out, we still might not know, because that's just the way that the first game took us through, of that there's so much that we're questioning all of the time. Wow. One of the things that, you know, I do believe that it is meant that the gods exist, and that the gods as a whole are not just figments of Senua's imagination. And on the idea that that giant is an actual giant from Jotunheim, we are going to see more things involved with the gods, the other realms, and their effects in between one another. And will you still have the questioning? I 100% believe you will. Will things still not seem real? I absolutely believe that that's the way that things will be. But there will be a different journey that we're moving towards, that we're going on, and there will be a different goal in mind, because it much as we saw through the first game Senua grow, and as you mentioned earlier, Eve, I like the aspect that she's grown and gone and made her own tribe, or was part of the original tribe again. That's what we're talking about. She has grown and achieved a greater sense of self, and is pushing forward with whatever she seeks next. And what that is, don't know yet. Don't know. I'm sure we'll get a small sliver of an idea of what her next goal is, but we won't know until the game actually comes out. But that looks cool. I'm super excited about it. I'm really glad it's coming to Game Pass. It means it's a day one Game Pass release. I can just play it as soon as it comes out. That's awesome. Looking forward to it. The first game was incredible, and I can hope that the second game achieves at least a level of par with the beautiful state that the first game was. Can it? I don't know, because of the things that we just talked about the differences of what the journey is going to be, and the state of Senua and the environment around her that will exist in the second game. It might not feel the same way that the first one did. Can they recapture lightning in a bottle? Who knows? But I am very interested to find out. But what did you think? What have you played the first game? And if so, what were your feelings on it? Because while I was completely encapsulated by it, 100% enraptured by the experience, that doesn't necessarily mean that everyone was. And if you weren't, I'd love to know why, and why it didn't sit as well or hit as well for you. I'd love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are on Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can watch together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you watch one of those other videos, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Have a good night, Cerulean! All right. All righty then. That was cool. How are we doing on the battle? An epic barbarian was placed by Athena. I'll just look this way because I don't know how many of those things. 23 seconds. Nice. Perfect. Good times. All right. So we're going to work on closing up shop, everybody, and finding someone to raid. So real quick, though, those are the socials. Please follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Go subscribe and check out the YouTube channel. I appreciate it a lot. It helps us grow. It helps us continue to build this up and be able to do more things and go and just enjoy more of these things together. And so please go and help us in that way if you would be willing to do so. We will be live again tomorrow, streaming alongside the incredible Athena Latina. For Power Couple, we'll be playing AI, the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. It's been a crazy journey so far, and it just keeps on getting crazier because every time we think we're getting close to something, someone fucking dies. But, you know, that's just how it is. And then we'll be back on Sunday. What we'll be playing on Sunday, it's looking like it's going to be Parasite Eve, but who knows what could change in the next 24 to 48 hours. We achieved a subscriber goal, even though the Stream Elements bot is broken as F. We achieved a subscriber goal, and so we are having the community vote on what game we're going to play through from beginning to end. The choices are Dino Crisis, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Parasite Eve, or the first Spyro the Dragon game. So the vote is being conducted in Discord if you would like to go vote for yourself on what game we will be playing. And then afterwards, we'll be here on Tuesday. I don't know what we're doing yet on Tuesday beyond some reactions. And it looks like next Sunday, we'll be having a longer stream where we just check out a whole bunch of game trailers, react to a whole bunch of stuff to be able to schedule that out for when I'm not actually streaming for about like 10 days or so. But I wanted to get that scheduled out so the YouTube channel doesn't lose activity on it. We got 1 Musketeer and 1 Monk, either of which can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills going to the Dark Lord Cocaine, most assists to Bizarro Shoshipi. Let's go take a quick little looks at who is streaming. Minimal is streaming. They are playing Stray. And that is probably where we're going to go. Minimal hasn't gotten to stream in a while because they were busy off dealing with some IRL things. And so with that in mind, I would like to go wish them a welcome back to streaming. So going random on these. Apphemy with the Musketeer, Fee with the Monk. This is the raid message, everybody. If you are not a subscriber, you can unlock the raid emote for 100 channel points. It will be available to you for the next 24 hours. And that includes being able to use it in other people's channels while on the raid, which is super cool. I really like that that's an option that's available because I was hoping that like follower emotes would be able to be used in other channels, and they're not. But thankfully, I can make that is a workaround that exists. So with that said, everybody, we are going to go raid 1 minimal_gameplay. Wish them well. They're playing Stray, the cat game, if that is something that interests you. I am personally grumpy with that game and will not be playing it, but regardless. With that said, everybody, I appreciate all of you very much. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Roman for the follow, for the raid. Shout out to Roman for the follow, the Dark Lord Cocaine for the follow, the Dark Ducky 420 for the follow, to Caesar for the follow, Whoopi TV for the follow that happened before stream even started. I appreciate all of you very much, and I will see you next time, whenever that is for you. For me, it's going to be tomorrow. I hope to see you there tomorrow. If not, I totally understand. But regardless, have a good night.